I don't know if a lot of you guys know this about me, but so we used to have turtles when I was God, what would I guess I would have been like 9 or 10, right? And like my family had like a little aquarium with like a bunch of little turtles, and like everyone had like a turtle. Like I had a turtle and my sister had a turtle, and they all kind of like lived together, right? And like we all had like different kinds of turtles, and like, you know, I mean, some of them like died or whatever because they're pets. And my turtle, I called, at the time I was like 9 years old, keep this in mind, but I named him Swimmerama for whatever reason. I don't know, I thought it was cute, I guess. And that's actually where I get my name. I'm named after a turtle. Yeah. What happened to Swimmerama? God, I don't remember what happened to Swimmerama at the end. I don't remember. I guess the same thing that happens to all of us, right? One day. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Oh, this is so funny. Life with you is an adventure. You walk. Without you, I'd be lonely. Yeah, this one's me IRL. This one gets me. Unfortunately, I'm a bad streamer and have literally forgotten that you guys can't see what I'm seeing on my screen right now because I didn't press the button. Here's the thing that I was looking at and commenting. We've got some you crock my world. These are so bad. This is actually all right, guys, Gnar is out. Let's go ahead and check out Gnar. All right, Gnar will make Udyr good. Copium. All right, Gnar is a 4-mana 3/3 Freljord Bandle card, quick attack. When you strike, it creates a pokey stick in hand, or if you have one, reduce its cost by 1. What? Okay, and round end, you've damaged the enemy nexus this round and it levels up. Wow, so that's the easiest level up condition we've ever seen. Excuse me?
2, 3, 4.
Yeah, pokey indeed. Mega Gnar. When I level up, grant the strongest enemy vulnerable. If I've seen you start the round with the attack token, transform me back into Gnar. So yeah, if after an attack turn, basically he'll turn back into Gnar. So his level up is a temporary transform, and he'll level back down every turn so you need to like level him up every attack turn. Basically he'll level down after your attack token turn. Interesting.
Nakotacho Narboga.
So yeah, Knack attack is gonna give it +1/+1 every time, and I think when it transforms down, it should still retain that buff, right? So like, yeah, Knack attack will actually just buff Gnar every transform up or transform down, and it'll heal him too. Yeah.
You are no longer a cobbled friend.
They'll never know what hit him.
Ramhard!
All right, let's check out these cards, guys. Let's go ahead and actually, oh my god, did I just see Mini T? Wait a second. Let's go ahead and go one by one here. We've got Mini T apparently
Guys, please remember,
is its
your
own
dogs are
card
magical
now.
beings.
It's a
The laws of
7.
physics only loosely apply to them,
It's a
and usually
7
only
mana
when they want
6/6.
those laws to apply.
Round end, if you've damaged the enemy nexus this round, transform me into Mega T. This looks like a custom card. They just took the art from Mini T. The other is a mini T. Oh, true. The other is a mini T. It's a mini. This one's a Mini T. All right, and yeah, it'll transform into the Mega T. All right, the Mega T, however, the Mega T is a 7 mana 8/8, and at the round, and of course that has impact. Round start transforms the strongest enemy into a mini T and silences it. It can't block. So it's not just a mini morph, it also makes them unable to block, which is pretty funny. See you on Masters Duel. I mean, so I know what you guys are thinking. It's like mini morph is like pretty funny, and like these cards do spam mini morph. I don't even think this is gonna be like the same thing as mini morph, because most of the point of mini morph is to have like selective targeting on things that are, you know, played that turn especially. So I mean, Mega T is gonna be maybe a solid card. It'll be, you know, good to get this off of like any random effect. It's not like dual regions, so you're not gonna get it off of May or anything. But don't worry, guys, it's not going to be literally like a mini morph every turn, because there's no targeting with it. Copium. All right, Wall Up. Check it out. 3 mana fast, deal 1 to an enemy and stun it. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's fairly flexible, more pings. Yeah, this one's kind of weird. Yasuo Copium. I swear to God, every single time you guys just look, and every time there's a new stun, it's gonna be Yasuo. Guys, Yasuo doesn't want or need more stuns. Bandle City Yasuo coming in hot. Yeah, overall, 3 mana for this is gonna be a little bit expensive. Stun cards are generally gonna be strong though. And then the last card we've got in Wall Up is Gnar's Champ Spell. The last card we've got is Primal Strength. 4 mana burst grants an ally +2/+2 and impact. So of course this is a permanent buff. Honestly, it's kind of not bad. Like you compare this to something like Standalone, 4 mana +3/+3. You know, if we're looking for permanent buffs, which I might be, this card's okay. It's a little too expensive. I think for this card would have to fit a very specific deck to make sense. But as a grant, as a burst, and as a thing that gives impact, like I could see trying to mess around with this card in like an all-in fizz deck or something like that. Flame Spitter's way better. Yeah, if you're looking at Flame Spitter is going to be better in general. I think Flame Spitter might just be, yeah, because even in like a fizz deck, you would rather run Flame Spitter. I think that's probably right. Primal Strength is, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a unique buff. It's a grant that I don't know if Bandle City has access to, but even in an impact situation, Flame Spitter will probably be better for a 2 mana discount. Interesting. So we can go back to Gnar and ask ourselves, how good is Gnar going to be really? Well, a 4 mana 4/3 quick attack is pretty solid as a base form. Every time he strikes, he's creating a Pokestick for free. So that's cool. And of course, you know, worst case scenario, he's reducing the mana cost of Pokestick. So it's sort of like Zoe vibes, where you're striking every attack turn, you're getting either a solid 2 mana card or you're reducing its cost. He's really solid. And all you need to do to transform him is just damage the enemy nexus, and that'll transform him through the duration of 1 attack. And when he gets that free transform, when he gets that free transform, he just gets +2/+2 and overwhelm, and the strongest enemy will have permanent vulnerable, which is really great. Honestly, Gnar is pretty amazing. And keep in mind, Gnar, the best thing about Gnar is that he's a dual region, of course. He's a Bandle card, so he's in Freljord as well. And what this means is that not only does Bandle get a really good champion, but Freljord does too, right? This is a card that will make Freljord decks quite a bit better if they can run him. Like Gnar is a huge power up for Freljord decks. I think that this is probably one of the best champions that we've seen in general. Or sorry, I shouldn't say one of the best we've seen in general, because there have been better in general. I mean, like one of the best we're seeing this expansion. Really solid champion. Yeah, like the free value from Pokestick is going to be good. The transforms are cool, like having the extra +2/+2 overwhelm and grant buff is solid, and he doesn't really require much synergy. I thought Gnar would have like synergy, like requiring you to run a lot of transform cards. Turns out no, you just run Gnar. You need to be able to ping the opponent's nexus, but even that's pretty easy to do. Honestly, you don't even really need to do that to get value out of Gnar. Gnar is just a solid card. Creating Pokesticks in hands, and like he'll transform on his own, even just on your attack turn, because you don't need to, you know, ping on their turn. You just need to, you know, every other attack by default he'll be leveled if you're just dealing 1 damage to the nexus on your attack turn. And Freljord and Bandle both have ways of dealing nexus pings pretty easily. So yeah, Gnar's super solid. So out of the 4 champions that we've gotten in this reveal season so far, that's Gnar, Udyr, Galio, and Yuumi. I would probably rank them just like if I had to predict the, you know, the competitive viability of the cards. Now that I think we've seen all the cards at this point. Can anyone confirm that? I don't think there's going to be any more. I forgot Galio existed. I will say, I think that Gnar might actually be the strongest one out of the ones we've seen so far. I think that if I had to rank them, it goes Gnar, then Galio, then Yuumi, and then Udyr, basically. So yeah, Gnar is great. Like, no, straight up. Galio is solid, but I think Galio will only fit into like 1 or 2 decks. And he's a good way to end the game as like formidable kinds of decks. He's basically a better, you know, the 8 mana rally lady. He's like a better version of the 8 mana rally lady in Demacia, and a really good way to like close out games that are going too late. Tiana Crownguard, yeah, that's the one. Tiana Crownguard. Thank you. I think that's the best way of thinking of Galio. He's like a better version of this card because he comes out on 7, but ultimately fairly similar. Like Galio's not like absolutely insane. He's not going to fit in every deck ever. Gnar actually looks pretty nuts. Gnar does look like the strongest and most versatile of these 4. He will see play in a lot of Freljord decks at the very least. Bandle City has a lot of options for its champions, but a lot of Bandle City decks will have to try Gnar as well. Like, he's just so efficient and so valuable. And yeah, just like really easy to use since there's no deck building cost. But yeah, that's kind of like the champion ranking. I'm really happy actually that Freljord is getting a new champion that just works, right? All right, and now we have to talk about the Echo. You guys might have noticed there's a lot of chat comments comparing Gnar to Echo, and it is true that Echo is single region and Gnar isn't 2, and Gnar has 1 more health, and Gnar levels up just so easily. And also when you strike, it creates a Pokestick that isn't fleeting instead of a time trick that is. And also Pokestick is a better card than Time Trick, and because Gnar has 1 more health, you can even block with him to get the strike in some cases. Everything you guys are saying is right. There's no but. I probably sounded like there was gonna be a but there. No, that's it. That's the, yeah, no. That's the end of it. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no, I agree. You ain't wrong. Gnar is also in a region that can even like handle strikes with stuff like Troll Chant. Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, no, that's pretty much it. Yeah. Gnar, super good. And honestly, like, part of me is a little bit disappointed that there's not like big transform synergy, but on the upside, what that means is that Freljord as a region is getting a solid champion that they can just like slap into something. Like, this is a really big deal for Freljord. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but Freljord is like very much the worst region in the game in the current game, right? Like, they kind of have Gangplank Sejuani, and there's like a couple decks, you know, there's like Cold Spiders is okay, but they're extremely limited and felt like they needed a little bit of help. And Gnar coming in as just like a solid champion, a solid unit that you can slap into things with, you know, very low deck building cost is amazing for Freljord. Like, for all your decks are gonna slap this in a lot of things and try to figure out like the best way to make it work. But yeah, and of course his champ spell isn't amazing. It's like the deal 1 and stun, but it's good enough. It's a solid enough champ spell. This is the kind of card that you wouldn't main deck, but you're not unhappy to see it as a champ spell. All right, but yeah, that's my initial impressions for the Gnar reveal. Now, because this was the last day of reveals, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to go through on stream today, and every single for the entire day, it's probably going to be a long stream. I am going to be doing deck building of all the new decks. I built some yesterday. We're going to build the rest of them today. Probably calling a bunch of people, you know, like Kuvira, like Mo, as always, you know, but I'll probably call like Cephalopod. I think Henneke was saying he'd be interested in joining. Probably just like a bunch of people. And yeah, it'll be a fun kind of like all day deck building stream for you guys. So if you happen to be watching this YouTube video in the first couple of hours after it's on YouTube, feel free to check out the stream. Come drop by and say hi. All right, but yeah, that's it for the Gnar impressions, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for patch notes.